The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the LSU Tigers, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Horned Frogs will put total leather and we'll get started. He'll bring it out. It's Owen. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Takes a hit as he fired. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
You love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Gonna run it. It's Campbell. Got the first down and more. The Tigers in the hurry-up.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes an offense you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Looking for a man. It's Garrett. He'll pull it down and run. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down. Now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed because they can't block him right now.
On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He's open on the right. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of it.
Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Grabbed behind the line. It's Woodhead. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. This is a designed run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. LSU lining up first and goal. To the air, it's Garrett. He wants it all. Touchdown, Tigers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach. Watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical. And you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Hand off from the shotgun. Makes it past the marker. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
And the Horned Frogs want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
To the air on first down. They've got the screen set up. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
The give to the tailback. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. On first and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wideout trying to get it in. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Keeping it on the ground on third and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Fourth down here, it's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
I see a look of disappointment from this kicker, but that offense is happy. They'll stay out there and go for it. Fourth and goal from the 4. Looking to get it in. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Here's the handoff. Plows through the defense. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Flying down the left side. The 30. Past the 20. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, LSU!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
LSU 14, TCU 0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
Quarterback making checks. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
The Horned Frogs will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been
turning it on. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. And the Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wants to throw. It's Garrett. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Woodhead. Across the 25. He's got room. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Woodhead. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Tigers! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Navy is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to watch. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UTSA. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Plucks it out of the air. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll run it from the gun. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And the Horned Frogs will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt is on its way. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Looking to pass. It's Garrett. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Silver. Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. What's old is new in offensive football. The return, at least on that play, of the pass-catching fullback.
Yeah, you used to see this all the time back in the day. Fullbacks used to play all the time. Now you don't see him near as much, but versatile piece at fullback. Listen, he can catch the football. He can make plays. Use the big fella.
All right, offensively, you're not having a lot of success right now running this thing to the perimeter. The defense was there. They were ready for that. You made one guy miss. They still got you for a TFL. You might have to think about getting back to running between the tackles now.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. A shot toward the end zone. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Got him downfield. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, I take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Looking downfield on 1st down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Back to throw, it's Garrett. Grabs it in the middle. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. LSU quick to the line. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The offense changing the play. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third and long, he has to throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. This ball is picked off in the end zone, but no, he's out of bounds. The quarterback very fortunate to get away with that throw.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Under fire. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play to get our confidence going.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He'll try to take it back. What a momentum changer as he makes the interception and then takes the return up to the 50.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Breaks the tackle.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unleashes one. A strike downfield. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. They'll run it. It's Campbell. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Look out, he's got room. Got enough for the first. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Zings it complete to the right. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. They keep pushing forward down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. Defense might bring the house here. He'll take it himself. Close to the end zone, and the ball's out. Defense got it. They're on the run.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing, big turnover forced by the defense.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man quickly. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Horned Frogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. He's going to let one fly down the middle. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play.
There he goes. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Tulsa is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie today. We could see a legend born in Chapman Stadium. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to USF. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. will send its offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Might be calling a hot route. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Makes the grab. It's Traylor. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. And the Horned Frogs headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Bringing it back. At the 30. He's at the 10. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. How about this for starting field position? 1st and goal from the 2. Looking to throw, it's Garrett. The throw. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
And they don't get their hands on the ball often, but how about the big defensive line? And when they do, it's fun to watch. It might take a while, Jesse, but he started to move that thing down the field.
He sure did. He just reminds everybody he's an athlete, too. This guy had some big-time moments in high school on the offensive side of the football, and he's living on defense in college. That's where he's going to make his money at the next level, but that was an unbelievably athletic play.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. The delay of game pushes the offense back. On the option. He'll toss it. He works his way down to the 30. Line before he stopped, a gain of 3.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Might be changing the route. Looking for room, it's Ellis. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Makes the catch. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Tight end finds a soft spot. He's brought down, but did you see the hit this freshman took as he delivered the football? The give to the back. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They're facing a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Horned Frog! A great catch and run for 6.
And this offense finally gets something together and gets on the scoreboard. It's not over yet, but this is a good sign, man. They got the positive momentum. See if they can build on this, even though we're in the fourth quarter.
The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Owen. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership. Come out here, lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run the toss. Got room to work. Breaks into the open. Spins away from the defense. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
It's a seam wide open. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, LSU! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Quarterback may change this route. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. The Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe...
Fires toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Got enough for the first. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
Powers through the defender.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The toss to the right. Creates a little room. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. LSU will get a first down.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late running the ball on third.
Here's a heat. They'll run the screen. Turning it off. Got enough space. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Navy is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 11 over UTSA. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jet...
He lost one down the sideline. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Taking it the other way. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started.
Here we go.
On the ground, it's Campbell. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Hunt is on its way. The only thing I can think is he just didn't see him signal for the fair catch. That's an easy call for the official, and they'll accept the penalty. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He finds enough room to get it over the 10-yard line, and he's down at 13.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll give it to the back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on 2nd down, no problem for them.
This offense will start doing business from their own 18-yard line on 1st down. They'll try the counter, and the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield, just like right there, and create a TFL.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. One more play to pad the stats. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And after the short run, the clock hits 0, and we are all wrapped up here. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved.